Hey everyone, welcome back to Brand New Vegan. I am Chuck, and today's kind of a personal one. It's been 5 years since I had my stroke, and I wanted to take some time to reflect on the journey, the lessons I've learned, and how this experience has shaped my life and my health. I've shared my stroke story before here on YouTube, so if you're new and you want to hear more about what happened, I'll link my previous video down below. But today is all about looking forward, what I've learned in the last 5 years, and how you can apply these lessons to your own health journey today. Hey everybody, Chuck here, Brand New Vegan. I'm here at the beach. I have some news for you. It's not easy news, but it needs to be said. You may notice a slight speech impediment. That is because 6 days ago, on February 24th, I had a stroke. It's hard to believe, huh? That was me 5 years ago after I just had my stroke. The hospital sent me home with a handful of prescriptions and told me I would be taking one of them for the rest of my life. If you know me at all, you know I hate pills. So determined to prove them wrong, I bought tickets to the next McDougall 10-day program in Santa Rosa. After a few phone calls and emails with both Dr. McDougall himself and Dr. Esselstyn, I had everything set up. The program, paid for, the plane tickets, the hotel, the rent-a-car, all of it. And then the pandemic hit, and the whole world went crazy. Into lockdown we went, and no McDougall 10-day program. That didn't stop me though. More determined than ever, I did my own program. Simple foods, daily exercise, lots of good sleep, and plenty of water. I tried meditation for my stress, journaling my weight loss and my blood pressure numbers every day, whatever I could think of, because I did not want to be on any medication, period, especially for the rest of my life. Are you even kidding me? 30 days later, I'd lost nearly 20 pounds. My blood pressure dropped like a rock. And most importantly of all, I got off all the medications. 5 years later, I'm still here, still stroke-free, still medication-free, feeling better than I ever was. I still eat my plants, and I'm more grateful than ever for this second chance. This journey hasn't been just about surviving. It's also been about thriving. And along the way, I've learned some pretty powerful lessons that I want to share with you today. So number one, your daily habits matter more than you think. We often think of health as something we either have or don't have, but really it's a result of our daily choices. Eating whole plant-based foods, moving your body every day, managing stress, and having loving, supportive relationships are what truly make a difference over time. Small, consistent actions add up. Right now we're putting these very ideas into practice in my community support group, and we combine the principles of Dr. Dean Ornich's book, Undo It, with best-selling author James Clear's book, Atomic Habits. Number two, food is powerful medicine. I didn't go plant-based to survive a stroke. I did it for my health. But when life threw me a curveball, it was my diet that helped me walk away from the hospital 24 hours later with minimal damage. Whole plant-based foods are naturally anti-inflammatory, they improve blood flow, and they prevent chronic disease. Too many people think that what we eat doesn't matter. I hate to break it to them. They're wrong. Food can be the greatest form of medicine there is, or it can be the slowest form of poison. The choice is ours. Lesson number three, never take your health for granted. It's easy to assume we'll always feel fine until something happens. My stroke was a wake-up call, reminding me that we have to be proactive about our health. Please don't wait for a crisis to start making these changes. And remember, they don't have to be huge changes. Small, consistent steps can add up to huge changes over time. Here's an example. One tiny little change I've recently made. It may sound a little silly. I've already noticed a huge change in how I feel, and I've seen it in my blood pressure. Remember the old saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Now I eat an apple every single day. Simple, small changes over time. Number 4, community and support make a huge difference. So one of the biggest things that's kept me on this path, truly, is all of you. The plant-based community, my viewers, my readers, you all inspire me every single day. Surrounding yourself with people who support your health goals makes staying on track so much easier. Another lesson taught to us by Dr. Ornish from his book Undo It. Changing your lifestyle is hard, but it's even harder if you don't have any support. Lesson number 5, your body wants to heal. This is a big one. No matter where you are right now, your body is always working to heal. When you give it the right fuel, some movement and care that it needs, it does respond. I'm living proof that transformation is possible, even after a major health scare. Remember, we're talking about a stroke. Can you tell I had one? Was it just luck that I bounced back so quickly? You think I might have had the same outcome if I was still eating cheeseburgers and pizza every day? Give your body what it needs, and then get out of the way and let it do its thing. It might just surprise you. And lesson number 6, there's no guarantee, but we can improve our odds. So I have to say this diet is not a magic pill. It doesn't cure everything. We know that. I've been vegan since 2008, oil-free, whole food, plant-based since 2013. I still had a stroke. I'm sure by now many of you have heard about Chef AJ and her cancer scare. Life just happens. The point is, eating the way we do does not guarantee we will never get sick. But I do think it improves our odds of healing faster. That's just my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. But we do have science on our side. And now, before we go, I want to show you just one simple meal that I ate a lot of when I was recovering from my stroke. Doesn't have to be hard. So we're going to make some beans, tostadas, and rice. All right, guys, I'm going to show you how I make my tostadas. Like I said, I ate a lot of these when I was recovering from my stroke. They're so easy. I'm using my air fryer here, but these are just regular corn tortillas. And I put them in here on toast, on the toast function, until they're nice and crispy. You could also bake these in your oven if you wanted to. Either way is fine. A toaster oven, anything like that. And next, we're going to make some homemade refried beans. And I'll show you how. Now, you can buy refried beans in a can. They're convenient, I agree. If you do, make sure you get the kind that say no fat, because otherwise they'll probably have lard in them. And I like to use just the pinto beans, and I'll show you why. If we flip these over and look at the labels for sodium, the refried beans have 470 milligrams per half cup serving, and the low sodium pintos have 140 milligrams of sodium per half cup serving. Yeah, so less salt if you use these guys. That's the only reason we're doing it this way. If you don't mind salt, if you're not salt sensitive and you want to use the Rosarita or whatever brand you like, refried beans, as long as they don't have lard, if you're vegan anyway, go for it. That's fine. But I'm going to use the pinto beans and show you how simple it is to make your own. All right. I am going to start with a little onion, maybe quarter cup, half cup of diced onion. Put this on medium heat. You could be really, make this really easy by using onion powder if you want. But I'm going to use real onion. And just a little bit of veggie broth so it doesn't stick. I've got a little bit of red bell pepper diced up here too. You can make these refried beans whatever you want. You can add jalapeno, You could add green chili. You can add whatever. But this is a good start. And this will be good for 1 can, 15-ounce can of pinto beans. So we'll get these softened up and we'll be right back. All right, these onions are looking great. I'm going to add just a little bit of garlic and mix that in. And again, make these beans your own. If you like certain things, I've got some green chili here. These are mild green chilies, very mild. You know, I might put in like half of a 4-ounce can. Perfect. And now we'll add our beans. Now you have 2 choices. You can drain the liquid from these beans, dump them in. I'm going to use the liquid. It has sodium. Again, if you're really salt sensitive, rinse them, replace it with water. But I don't have an issue. My blood pressure is fine. So I'm going to just dump in the liquid from the can. And there we go. Now I'm going to cook these on medium heat. Oh, probably 10 minutes, maybe 15, until they get super soft. And then we'll mash them up. And we've got homemade refried beans, just like that. All right, it's been about 15 minutes. I'm going to turn the heat off and let these cool off just a little bit. And then we can start mashing. How easy is this to make your own homemade refried beans? You control what goes in them, how much salt is in them. You control everything. And they taste so good. Okay, one thing we did not talk about was the type of skillet to use. I've got so many comments on my last video. You don't want to use a coated, whether it's Teflon or whatever, skillet, non-stick skillet, to do these refried beans. You don't. If you got a cast iron skillet, that's what I recommend. Because we're going to be mashing these with a potato masher. And if you put something metal on a non-stick, you will ruin the coating. So we don't want that. And you're right. My wife has yelled at me so many times for using the metal whisk in that pan I used last week with the miso. Yeah, it needs to be replaced. You're right. So for this week, make sure you use the right kind of skillet, like a cast iron skillet. And as you can see, I'm just mashing these beans to whatever consistency you like. If you want to leave them chunky, do that. You want to make them super creamy, you could put them in the blender. I'm just using this potato masher, and they're looking really good. Make sure you got a handle holder so it doesn't burn your hand. And we'll just start smashing. Hulk, smash. Something like that. And again, where you stop, completely up to you. Now this will work with both the pinto beans I'm using right here. It'll work also with black beans. And that S&W brand does have a low sodium black bean also, if you want to try and find that. If not, you can't find low sodium varieties of any of these, just go ahead and drain the beans and rinse them with water. You can always add fresh water back to it. But there we go. We got our beans on there. What do you like on your tostadas? Me, I like a little tomato. And I've got a little jalapeno. I've got a green chili sour cream recipe people really like on my blog. You could do that. But we're just going for easy today. I've got some shredded lettuce here. A little bit of that. Maybe a little cilantro if you like cilantro. I've got some rice I cooked earlier right here. If I can do this without making a mess. And the only thing missing for me now, naturally, is my hot sauce. So there you go. Quick and easy homemade refried beans. Hope you enjoy the recipe. Hope you make these and try them. Let me know if you do. And until next week, happy eating. We'll see ya. So that's my video for the week. Thanks for being here with me today and letting me share these reflections. It's been an incredible 5 years. I'm so grateful to be here, healthy and thriving. If this video inspired you, give it that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and if you haven't already, ring that bell so you get notified of the next video, recipe, tips, and stories. I'd love to hear from you. What's the biggest lesson you've learned about your health? Drop a comment below, share your thoughts. So until next time, guys, stay healthy, stay happy, keep eating those yummy fruits and veggies, and I'll see you next week for more plant-based basics. This is Chuck from Brand New Vegan. Thanks for watching.